Install a master kill switch, paint the rear bumper, get a tune in the sniper fuel injection system. Stay tuned, coming your way. Play that intro. Hey YouTube, here we are. I hooked up with a good guy named by Kevin Ian, I guess E&N. We're doing a remote tune on the Vega that's got a set tune for drag racing, and want to get one for the street. It's more streetable, so I was able to hook up with Kevin. Seems like a super nice guy. He's walking me through it. I was able to save it on the SD card, put it in the laptop, and send it to him, and now we're going back and forth. So it's big progress for me. I want to learn this stuff, but he was able to walk me through it, have patience with me. So we're right in the middle of it right now. Got the SD card in there. We've been emailing back and forth. Also been watching our video on YouTube on how to do all this stuff.
For extension, pick your enable trigger option unless you want it to data log.
So I'm just excited. Just wanted to share that with you guys. This Sunday we're going to the quarantine cruise. I'll bring the camera, we'll videotape it, we'll see the other cars. I'm trying to get a couple other Vegas to show up. And I'll probably post more by then. This is Thursday night. I still got tomorrow night, and Saturday I gotta go to an anniversary party. But I'll see what I can do Saturday, work on this thing. And I'll get back to you guys. Just wanted to share. I'm in the middle of with Kevin, and I'm excited. So talk to you guys soon. Good morning. It's Sunday, I think the 21st September. Taking the Vega out the quarantine cruise. We're not gonna do the cruise. I don't have a big enough fuel cell yet, but it's about 2 miles north of me. So we're gonna cruise over there. I'm gonna try to videotape as much as I can. Hang out for a few hours, check out other cars, talk to some friends, and then we'll cruise back home. I always wanted to do this once I got my Vega street legal. When I get the 12-gallon fuel cell in there, we'll be making the drive. So last couple days with Kevin Ian has been awesome with the tune-up. He's in Jersey, and I've been sending him my tune out of the sniper fuel injection. He's been doing some keyboard work, sending me a tune, and then I'm putting it in the sniper, and it's driving a lot better, not as rich, starts better. We're gonna go on a little drive here. I'm gonna do a data log on the short drive so I can send it to Kevin, and then he can do some more keyboard work, and then we're just fine-tuning it in. But Kevin's really helping me out, and I really appreciate him, and we'll talk to you soon. So here we go. So we're gonna go home, log, start a log. There we go. Tach's about 800 RPM off. My MSD is throwing it a loop. I gotta take the tack wire to the here we are. 14 Cruise. My buddy Scotty's leaving in his caddy. Little sweet caddy. Take a video. Got his airbags going up. Then when he leaves, we'll walk around. The people are already leaving. It's at 8:30 already. My friend Aaron's here. Dart. There we go. Caddy. 64 Caddy. Tell me the wings on the back of the last year, 64. 64 was the last year of the wings. Scotty's actually the one that built my love truck back in the 80s. We've become good friends, so every time I usually go to this or Donut Derelict, Scotty comes by and we start chatting and having a good time. Okay, let's go over and look at this Corvette. This thing is pretty sweet. It's LS, but
I'm not sure what I noticed right away. I'm like, look at the comments. Very nice. The little specialties on I see the low one.
Cruise. My buddy Aaron's around here somewhere. It's starting to drizzle actually. Instead of 20 chance of wet stuff, but there's the Vega way over there. We made it. We were in the long line getting in this morning, but got to about 200. That was about it.
That's the side mirror I was telling you about.
Well, McLaren SLR. They're pretty rare. When I was working at the Mercedes dealer, I was certified to work on these things, and boy, they don't want to work on these things.
I have wires. What do you need?
Do spark plugs, you got to pull the motor. All kinds of stuff. Once you pull the motor to do the spark plugs, you got to do everything else in that engine compartment because it's so hot in there, so you want to replace everything.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I've looked it all up. I still don't know.
I think I got here about 7:30 this morning. So we'll see what else we got. Otherwise, we'll head out. is way out there. You got some K5s, some other cars out there. And then way out there. It's huge. This is once a month. I think it's the last Sunday of the month. All right, check in with you guys later. All right, here we go. Sunday. I think it's the 21st. Anyways, made it back from quarantine cruise. And came home, watched the rest of, or start and finish the Charlotte 4-wide. Got to watch all that. What a crazy finish for a Pro Mod final. But not all my drivers came through. I'm cheering for Dougie. Wow. Coletta, mainly Alan Johnson, crew chief. Sean. Any of the Coletta teams. Also, Proc is my guy for Funny Car, Dallas Glen Pro Stock. And Gage, you know, from California, I know him. He's my motorcycle guy. So Pro Mod, always Stevie Fast Jackson. Kind of let me down today, but I understand it's tight out there. It's, you know, he impressed me with Indy. That was exciting. I was hoping him to go all the way. Almost did. But so anyways, just caught up where I'm at on the Vega. Found a gentleman, went through Facebook. I went through, I think it was Holly Sniper Beginner, went in there and did a post. You know, anybody in SoCal willing to guide me through, you know, or should I go with the carburetor? You know, I can get the carburetor for this thing. I got a hold of the guy, John, when I bought it. He still has a carburetor. The Sniper fuel injection right now has a tune in it for drag racing, so it's pretty rich, which I understand, which the thing's got plenty of power. If you saw my last video, leaving donut derelict should just romps on it, but it gets about 3 miles to the gallon. So I was trying to find somebody that would walk through me, you know, how to put another tune in it for the fuel injection, so I could leave the drag racing. So we want to go drag racing. We could, you know, put that one in it, which I had no clue. I tried to watch a lot of YouTube videos on Sniper fuel injection, and kind of got lost. I was able to fix the high idle, which you saw the video in here, but so I was able to find a guy. I went into the Facebook, the beginner for Sniper fuel injection, and guy Kevin, I believe his last name is Ian, which is Ian. And he got a hold of me. I actually got a hold of the guy. I want to jump around. Got a hold of the guy that did the original tune in the Vega, and he's up in Van Nuys. He wanted $750 to put it on a dynamometer and do a tune, and then have me. And I'd have to take it to him in Van Nuys, and it's a little bit out of my budget. I've spent, you know, a lot of money getting the car, getting it street legal, getting it registered, and you know, worst scenario, I could go get the carburetor, put the carburetor on it, but I wanted to get the fuel injection going. So Kevin's been working with me since Thursday, and I sent him the tune that was in it. He made some adjustments. I had problems with this thing idling and some other stuff, and he made some adjustments with the tune on his laptop, or however they do it, and sent me one, and I put it in, and you know, he walked me through. I didn't know how to do any of this stuff with the SD card, how to put it on the SD card from the handheld, and then put the SD card in the laptop, and then send it to him on email, you know, as a paper clip. He did a tune, sent it back to me. I put the SD card in there, put what he sent me into that SD card, and then I put it in the handheld, and then put it into the, you know, Sniper. And he's been really great, really patient. I mean, I'm old school, but I kind of know computers and stuff, but I just don't deal with it on, on the daily. I do a lot from my phone, and at work it's not required. I'm working on Mercedes. So it worked great. He put a tune in it, and able to get it to Idaho. Walked me through the IAC on it, which is kind of tricky. I tried before with YouTube channels, and it didn't work. I just figured the cam, because I really don't know a whole lot about the motor. I just know what came with it when I bought his dyno sheet. It was 525 horsepower, and the dyno sheet's on that, and well, I think the cam is. And some anyways, I don't want to change subject, but anyway, we got the tune going. I think idles great. Before I had to give it gas to start it, it does. Right now it just fires right up, and coming to a stop, I don't have to touch the idle to keep it. It just is great. It's and when I left, you'll see the video. I'll put in here. When I left for the quarantine cruise, I did a log, so he could, I guess, do a log of everything on the fuel injection, RPM, engine temp, fuel mixture, and got there, and then on my way home, I did another log. I sent him both of them. He can see what the fuel injection is wanting more fuel, which to me it sounds a little lean, because it popped coming to it, on decel, and when I accelerate, it kind of hesitates. So it's just something we're working with. Just really happy with them, and I think it's Full Sin Tuning LLC.com, and if you go down in the lower column there on the coupon and you put Leith Motorsports 10, you'll get I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not at that point, but Kevin's been great. I had to throw that in there. A lot of YouTubers have commercials and stuff, but anyways, Kevin's been great. Been real happy with it. Like I said, I came back, I sent him the download, I sent him the tune. He's going to make some adjustments. He's in Jersey. And then he'll email it back to me, and I'll put it back in, and we'll go on. So I knew I'd have this problem once I got the car street legal, the motor, get the fuel injection, trying to get everything dialed in, and Kevin was a lifesaver. Real happy with that. So what we're doing today, not today, but the next project is going to be the switch, which I'm going to be putting, kind of hard to see here. So as the dragsters normally have this on-off switch, plan is to put it through the reflector here, and then go on the inside by the battery. I got my rear bumper's fiberglass, so I can't really mount into that. And the previous owner had a big bracket coming out of here up to here with the on-off switch and cables, and I didn't like that. So a friend of mine, Hugo, gave me another tail light assembly. So I'll drill the hole. I'm going to go through the reflector, and then go through the taillight housing, through the body, and then that's where I'll put the rod, and then I'll mount everything back here, the switch, and then I'll run the wires just right here. I think that's the best place to put it. After that, or during that, then I got aluminum paint. We'll paint the fiberglass rear bumper to match the front, because the front's aluminum. So just wanted to touch base with you guys. I got a lot coming on here, and excited about the fuel injection. We get that, figured out, and myself learning, all the stuff to download with the SD card and do all that stuff much I can. I don't know, not ready to learn the tune, how to do tuning and all that stuff, but just really appreciate Kevin helping me. So share that with you guys. I got more videos coming, and we'll see you soon. So here we are, checking it out. I guess you could see by the video earlier how fast I work. But that's what I'm looking at here. If you can tell, it's not straight. So what I'm gonna do is trim these down. I can't see. Let me see if I can find some lighting here. Where'd my flashlight go? There we go. Now we can see. So you can see kind of here it's not straight, kind of. So what I think I'm going to do is flip this around. So this is going to face that way. So it'll cover underneath that. And then I'm going to trim these down here so I can put the rod on this side, but I want to trim this down so the rod can work on this side. Let me do this again. So the rod, I'll trim this down here and then put this rod on the inside and then flip that around. And I think we'll be okay. Lined up pretty straight. I'm going to trim some of this off too because I don't want the post too close to the body there. Right now they're sitting on it. So I'm going to probably have to go like that, and I'm going to have to trim that off, trim this off, and then I got 2 holes back there I can drill. But I think my main goal is to get this rod straight. You can kind of see here it's not straight. If I can flip that over there, then that'll give it a more straight shot where it comes out here. And then I might trim that rod. I don't want it sticking out too far. I don't want to grab your leg when you walk by. But main thing is get all that. So I think that's a good game plan. Trim this back. I'll do it at work tomorrow. Flip this over here. Flip this around. Trim this. Or I might be able to just trim that and leave that. I'll have to see. Because if I've turned that around to drill that, then I won't be able to put this in. I mean, I could bolt it to this and then bolt this separately. Bolt here and then separately, and then, but that's a game plan. I'm going to do some notes here, and we'll get back at it. And then I got to drill a hole in the lens. Like I said, I have a spare Hugo Reyes buddy of mine gave me a right tail light lens for a wagon, so that's the one I'm going to use to cut and drill. And then our hole here, I'm going to cut the hole down here, so it'll bring this down some, and then I'll make 2 separate mounting bracket spots here for the housing, and then the reflector will bolt to the normal place. So that's what we're doing. Talk to you guys soon. Okay, I'm back. Next day. Previous video was last night, where I took all this out. Actually, I drilled the hole for the rod to go through. This one came out pretty good. I was going to go bigger and then put a grommet through it, but that size, it worked out perfect. I'll show you. I countersunk these because I'm going to put some screws through here and here, and then I cut this edge off, mounted it to that, and put this on the inside. And I already pre-ran it, and it should work. I don't want to lose my nut here at the end. So I'm going to put this together and then show you what's going on. So far, real happy the way it turned out. Nice. Where's that hole? There it is. So I was going to go all the way up here, so I would have to shorten the rod. But I like to, probably going to put this here, and I got enough clearance back here, so these aren't going to touch the body. And so I want to run this cable down. This goes to the switch, go back down the hole, and then come over here. I'll drill a hole here and bring it up here and go here to the switch, and then I'll just have to run a cable from here to the battery. So that's why I decided not to butt this all the way up. Give me some room to drill a hole, put a grommet around it, run the wire through. And so that is gonna stick out a little long, but I'm gonna, I'll shorten it and then drill it and then tap it. I did have to cut out this mount where the screw goes through to hold this, so I put 2 screws in there. So that's in there, ain't going nowhere. And this is my spare lens. I still have another one that came with the car. So that's just gonna slide over that. And that's gonna, so that's there, and that's like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and then mount the screws. This, you know, should move pretty freely. If not, I can make holes bigger. But let me see, where are we here? Let me see if I can do this without losing you guys, so I can get a stand on here and you can watch me work. Hopefully this won't fall. Let's go down a little lower here. Yes, there we go. See how that does. Alrighty, so we're gonna mount some drill bolts for the brace. And hopefully everything goes right. About where I want it. Get the light back on. Well, that was the plan. Screws and the lens. Alrighty, a little bit of truth. There's off, that's on. Then I have little stickers that go to down here, push for off. So what I'm going to probably do, since that's all the way in, I'll probably make that hole just a little bigger, and then I'll probably cut it right there. I'm going to go a little more in case I mess up, but that's all the way in, so that's on, that's off. Alrighty, just wanted to show you guys, made some progress at work. Did everything I wanted to do. I even able to paint them. So you can see that's on, and then push is off. I cut that little bracket, little arm out, put that there, and I got room. You got enough room even for my fingers back here. I don't have to worry about them hitting the body. And then I just got to drill a hole up here for the cable that comes from the front of the car, the system, and then I'll get another cable that goes from the switch to the battery. And then I actually got a mini 1-inch cue ball. I got a red one, number 3, and a number 1, because it's yellow. I was going to screw on the end instead of the T-handle. It came with the T-handle, and I'm not sure where the T-handle is. So, but I was thinking of the red, just to maybe if it'll fade away into the red reflector, or we'll go yellow. But either way, alrighty. Just wanted to share that guy with you guys, and we'll see you soon. All right, here we go. We're gonna wrap up this battery master kill switch. I got the rod in, I shortened it. I got the positive cable to go to the battery. I got the cable coming down through the bottom. I filled the old hole that used to come in through the battery. So here we go. Everything should work, you know, as the plan says. We shall see. So look at this. And then my battery tray. Okay. Actually, let's put the battery in there first. A little better. Oh, it's heavy. Heck yeah, she's heavy. Okay. Put that in the center. Let's see, where is mine? Oh, of course. Close to the body, the housing of the battery. here we are, we're back. I swapped those out, got the battery tied down, and let's get our tray on here. Looks like it. Everything's good. I used some vacuum line here. I spliced it on the back side too, so we ain't got no arcing going on, which would be good. Okay. Spread this battery terminal. There we go. Where's my adjustable wrench? And then what I want to do is I have these. Let's see, let's get, this is the ground wire, which that goes over here. We won't put that on yet. Okay, what do we got here? We got 3 going to the post. Right. And then a ground wire. So what I want to do is to run those down there on the side. Shot. It's going to be pretty tricky here. So let's get that there, and then that there. And this side just came over on that side and come in, and then this came in here. I can only turn it a quarter or 1/8 of the time here. trying to get it started. The wires are fighting me. No, I missed them. Alrighty, I'm gonna take a break here. Let me get this hooked out. I'll come back. Alrighty, I'm back. I got it all situated. So we got all our wires done. Here's our negative, positive. This is the wire. This wire here comes from the alternator, goes to the side of the back, side of the battery. This wire and this wire, these two red wires, power my ignition system and my sniper. So that's this wire here. It goes up to the front, and then back here we got the positive cable. And then let me see if you can see the volt gauge. Might not, but power off, power on. See the gauge move? Off, on, off. So everything's good. And then the lid goes on and we're good. And then there's my switch back there. So, alrighty. So this one's done. Checked off the list. Next thing I got to do is I got to paint the rear bumper aluminum or gray. And then I got to get my tack installed, and then we're ready for the track when we can get it to the track. So, all right, you guys. And we still got the sniper tune coming from Kevin. So thank you guys for watching. I'll probably do some more pictures to add to it, but that should be it on the battery master kill switch. Thank you for watching. So here we are, finally getting to the rear bumper. As you can see right now, it's yellow. Plan is to paint it gray. It's fiberglass rear bumper. So, gonna paint it gray, aluminum, I believe is what the color is. Gonna kind of match the front one. Front one is gray. So that's the plan. Here we are. Been a while. Got the master kill switch in, now the bumper. I want to paint the rear bumper, and then I'll go ahead and upload the video. Some other stuff in there I wanted to share with you guys, but I want to try to get this done, and then we can move on to the next project, which we're still working on the tune. It's coming along quite nicely. So but just wanted to show you what we're doing next. Paint the bumper. I'll probably do some video sanding. I'm just going to sand it, probably primer it, and then paint aluminum. So stay tuned, we got more coming. All right, here we go. It's all sanded, cleaned. Gonna go to the backyard, throw a little primer on it. I don't think I'll have enough time to throw a coat of paint, but stick it out there and primer it up. And it's got some on the top and top, so I'm gonna have to do one side, primer it, let it dry, lay it down, and then primer the whole thing, and then take you to the backyard. Here we go. All right, here we go. A little primer. I think I can get it sitting flat, so should be able to. As you can see here, I'm painting or shooting primer over it with the white primer. The little spray nozzle was jamming up, so I ended up painting it or primering it white, and then I let that dry, and then I came back with I found some gray primer which would work better with the paint on the final color. So after the white dried, I painted it primer gray, and it came out nice. And then I think later that night I got coat on it, and I let it dry for like 3 or 4 days and then put it back on. I think that's all black. Alrighty, we'll let it dry. Probably sand it, do another coat. Well, here we go. Got the bumper painted and on. It's a little shinier than I was hoping. I was thinking to match it like the front one. Just, you know, silver. But friends of mine tell me this will fade pretty quick, so I guess we'll wait and see how it does. But alrighty, looks like I'm gonna go ahead and upload this video, do some editing. It's been a while, I think a month since my last video, but I'm trying to get the bumper, get the tune in this thing, and what else was I doing? Oh yeah, the master kill switch. We're getting that. I wanted to all do it in this video, and then I got a new phone camera, so I'm gonna probably get the phone in there and go for a little cruise, see how it does, test it out. But thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you soon.